coach from the San Diego Strike Force who clinched his playoff spot last night, Taylor Jenniser.
My man,
Well,
appreciate you having me. That
right?
is, hey, that's gonna go along with this right here. You know what I'm saying? There we
Oh,
go,
hell
man.
yeah. I like that.
I appreciate you,
Hmm.
brother.
No problem. I appreciate you too. So, you guys put in some work last night, man. I was interviewing Billy Back, and he was telling me the score of your guys' game.
Yep.
You didn't let us down.
It was a fun one. It was a fun one. Sorry if my Wi-Fi is a little in and out right now. I apologize, but yeah, it was a fun game. It was hard fought. In the last 2 years specifically, we've played each other a million times. And we have to play Coach Wooten again in a couple weeks. So there's familiarity there as well. You know what I'm saying? So us in
Hmm.
Bay Area, we're going at it a whole bunch the last couple years. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, like we've played them 3 times and we haven't even played Arizona yet, so it's just crazy. So it's just we've played every team in the West except for Arizona, and hey, man, better late than never.
Yep. I know. I like actually Arizona San Diego rivalry, and I'm looking forward to it on Saturday. You guys are coming down to our place first. It's going to be an exciting game.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts?
You know what? It's I'm excited to see how we match up against them. Kind of
Mhm.
player for player, scheme for scheme, because we know how we match up against every other team on our side. So it's not like it's an opponent that we've seen live and anything like that. But I mean, Arizona always plays football, with discipline. They play fast, they play hard, they play through the whistle. Like they're always that kind of team. So it's not
Mhm.
that we always know what we're gonna get from Arizona, but we know what to expect. It's always gonna be a tough game, regardless of if they're on a winning streak or they've dropped a couple. It's always going to be the same amped up and intensified game. And Coach KG's been doing it a long time, so you got to be in your A game when we play against the Rattlers, especially there.
Yep. And then Arizona plays San Antonio. That should be a kick game for the Arizona Rattlers, probably. And then they finish up with you guys. You play Fishers. Travel to Fishers, right?
Yes,
That's a long trip. You should
absolutely.
be able to handle Fishers though. So that as long as you don't let them have that Hail Mary in the end, you guys should be good,
That
right?
was that Hail Mary was fun to watch because it was
Hmm.
from a player that we had here, and then he got an opportunity to go there and do that. So I was very
Tony
happy to.
Sloan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was
Yeah.
very happy to see him go in there and make a big play. And obviously, I wish it would have been in our uniform. But when players leave here, I'm always rooting for him, and seeing him on ESPN, I'm like, there you go, my dog. That's big time. So I was excited to see that. So it'll be fun because Nate went to college out that way. So we'll have a lot of, his friends and family from out that way going to the game. And we got a lot of people with ties out that direction. So a lot of our players are excited to get out there for that one.
Awesome. Yeah, hopefully Pat McAfee will give me and you a shout
Come
out.
on, man.
We're repping the IFL, I mean, call out Action Jackson sometime. But so you think you're gonna finish strong?
I'd like
Obviously.
to. I'd like to. Clinching a playoff spot is huge. I'm not going to say that we can take these next couple lightly at all because our goal is to, last year was our first playoff appearance, and last year was our first playoff win, and we'd like to put ourselves in a situation to have a home playoff game. Um, you know, with Bay Area, we don't have the tiebreaker on them, so it's hard for us to say, oh,
Mhm.
we control our own destiny to be the one because we don't. We got to just go week by week and hope we can get that 2 seed and just you know not overthink, but definitely not take any plays off or any games for granted.
Have you guys played a lot of East Coast teams or just basically West?
Zero. That's it.
Zero
We haven't
West
played.
team. I mean zero
No,
East.
we haven't played anyone from over there yet. So our second to last game is our first and only crossover game.
So does that bother you? Do you think West should
I
What's your
mean,
take on it?
if you want my actual opinion, yes, it definitely gets a little pricey having to, go East Coast to West
Mhm.
Coast, especially because of where we are, all the way out west. But you know what? At the same time, we have all these teams. I played for the Iowa Barnstormers. I haven't gotten to play Iowa yet. I've always wanted to play against them since I've been coaching because that's a place near and dear to my heart, and I haven't gotten to play them yet. So yeah, from a competitive standpoint, I would love to say that I've played against every team in the IFL. But yeah, maybe I'll bug Commissioner Tryon and say, hey, man, it's been brought to my attention that we
Throw
should
me
have
a
a few
bone.
more crossover games, and I'll definitely see what he says.
You play against the Rattlers in
I
Iowa?
I never got to play against the Rattlers. So the Rattlers were not in the IFL yet. So I
Uh,
I was in Iowa the first year they came into the IFL, and then funny story, in 17 I played for Coach Wooten for about 4 days because he brought me in for the playoffs. But uh, yeah, but anyways, with Iowa, I got to see the Rattlers because I went to their first game in Sioux Falls. So 2017, I was at that game in Sioux Falls because I was playing for the Sioux City Bandits. So no, I'd never got to play against the Rattlers, but I made sure I was at that Sioux Falls, Arizona game way back then. So Rattlers are a team I've always followed because I used to watch the AFL back in the day as someone who was in college, kind of looking at what's next for football. I paid big attention to arena football, I ended up playing it. So I've known about the Rattlers for a long time.
and then what brought you to the San Diego Strike Force being their head coach? Because you're relatively young. See, I can't say that either.
Yeah, I struggle with that word. It's all good. Um, for me, it was the kind of thing where when I was playing indoor, I'd obviously
Mhm.
be away playing in the spring and summer, and I'd come home and coach high school football. So I had already kind of been actually 5 years into my coaching career, and then I heard about the San Diego Strike Force. So I had to make a decision and kind of give up playing because I heard there was an opportunity in San Diego. And came down here and I was the offensive coordinator, and it was definitely a big adjustment. It was tough. We had to play the Rattlers 4 times, and that was not easy in my first year of coaching, and we're an expansion team. And it was a great experience, and then with kind of COVID hitting and us going dormant for a different year, I was able to come back in 2022 and just kind of grow and have a crash course on how to be a head coach when they told me that I'm going to be the interim head coach and I didn't have a quarterback on my roster. So since then, I'm here. I'm loving it. It's been fun being in the moment and finding ways to win big games, but it's also been fun kind of looking back
Mhm.
and thinking about that 2019 season when I went against Coach Guy for the first time, and I'm over here trying to run a 4 minute offense in the fourth quarter because they have 91 points and we're at 50 something. I'm trying to make sure the Rattlers don't score 100. I've come a long way since then.
Actually beat the Rattlers last year was the first time you guys beat the Rattlers, right?
Yes, that was the first time. That was the first time.
I mean, you've definitely made strides, and I'm proud of where you've become, man.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Yeah. So, are you gonna give what the fans want and play suit up as quarterback one last time?
Here's my thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If there wasn't a rule in place, I may have already made that crazy decision at a certain point in my coaching career. But I'm just going to be very thankful that there's a rule in place that if there's ever any injuries, that I'm absolutely not allowed to play, and it's not because I
Uh,
don't want to. That's all I'm gonna say. But I have to take some scout reps here and there. You know what I'm saying? And
mm-hmm.
let me put it to you this way: when I play scout team quarterback at times, I can be very proud of the receivers that we have in the building because I have some fun out there.
You sling it?
Come on, man! I'm out there moving around a little bit too. I just have to get my right ankle spatted. That's about it.
Uh-huh. Man, so I was hoping that you would be suiting up Saturday. That would be awesome. I know it. Nate Davis, though, what's it like coaching the legend? He's a legend.
Nate is awesome. This is the biggest thing I tell people. You know, he's been doing it for a long time at a high level, and the biggest thing about him is that he's very, very, very coachable and wants to learn. The biggest thing that he loves learning is nuances, not of just this IFL game, but the outdoor game. And a lot of the conversations that we have about football are just about, you know, the way I do stuff at the high school I coach at, the way he does stuff for the youth team he coaches. And we talk a lot of 11-man football and just kind of incorporate that to what we do. The beauty of what we have going on is that we can communicate with very minimal words. You know, when we discuss offense, we don't have to say, you know, the John Gruden long formation spider two wide banana. We can say, oh hey, let's take a look at a sales
Omaha,
concept.
Omaha.
Exactly. Like, you know, hey, double post or, you know, just talk like that. We were able to have that kind of lingo and it's awesome and it's easy. And when I don't have that anymore, I'm going to have to work a lot harder. Let me put it to you that way.
So your plan is to 5 years you'd still be coaching the San Diego Strike Force? God
I would
willing.
love to be here is as long as they want me and as long as the situation is right. I definitely have goals as a coach, but I'm starting to see, you know, how much I love this indoor game. And I'm just gonna tell
Hmm.
you right now, man. I'm putting some of my other goals, you know, aside, and I'm attacking this full force. And I really love this indoor game. I love the outdoor game a lot too. So, you know, if I stick with this indoor thing for a while, I'll definitely be a part of some kind of 11-man football, whether it's at the high school level or junior college level. But I love this indoor stuff. Being able to coach all these games and travel and you know, have
Yeah. I lost audio.
one if I went out for a second. You got me? Sorry.
So what were you saying?
All right. You got me now?
Yeah, I got
All
you.
right, sorry about that. Where'd I cut out at?
Y- Football.
Okay, here we go. Here's a better connection. No, yep. So I love the indoor game, but I definitely think that I'll have some kind of involvement in the 11-man game, always. So you know, if I keep doing this IFL thing,
Mhm.
which I want to do, I'm loving the way the league is growing, and I feel like San Diego, you know, has showed me love, and I love seeing our fan base grow. The Rattlers have been doing this forever, but when I can go talk to our fans about what we have to go walk into sometimes, I got to talk about you guys. I got to talk about Vegas. I got to talk about Tucson. You know what I mean? Because we just moved into a brand new building. We're in a new town where you know, people have never seen indoor football. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the city of Oceanside, I absolutely love being up there. They have taken to our team and they love us. So I'm definitely high on the IFL and I want to keep doing this for a while.
That's perfect because I was gonna ask you what's it like playing in Oceanside, and do you at all miss Pachanga?
Pachanga has a ton of history. Okay. And I'm gonna quote our offensive lineman Jalen Booth. He said this in interviews. He's like, I will always love Pachanga, but Front Wave Arena has a pool. So we moved.
It does have a
That's
pool.
what he says. No, but that's what he says. It's like I'm
Oh,
always gonna love my first place, but my new place got a pool. So I'll see you later. That's what Booth basically said. But we had
yeah.
great memories in Pachanga. I love just the newness of our arena up there, and just the vibe and having kind of that the beach vibes up there in Oceanside is just awesome.
Is it right on the beach? Like
It's
pretty
not
close?
right on the beach, but it's very, very close. It's like two exits east, two or three exits east from the beach. It's not far at all.
Nice. So
Oh
do you
yeah.
guys ever go practice on the beach and play beach football?
I learned my lesson the hard way in 2019.
You
Um,
did.
we did a little bit of a and a guy rolled his ankle, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to be careful doing any kind of football
Yeah,
activity. We'll save the beach to having barbecues and stuff like that instead.
man. So, what's your favorite football movie of all time?
That's a tough one, but like as the kid that grew up playing high school football and all that, it's got to be Friday Night Lights. That's for me.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. What about
Yeah,
you?
that's a good one. Remember the Titans has always been one of my favorites. The
That's the only reason I
program,
know how many
though.
feet are in a mile. That's the only reason is because of Remember the Titans. Come on, man.
Yes.
But the program, that's
So,
a good one.
what's it like though being an IFL coach and then you travel almost every other week and you make a lot of friendships on the road too, right?
Of course. And it's easier for me than it is for a lot of others because I don't have kids or anything. So for me, it's fun to just kind of get out of town and explore new cities. And for me,
Mhm.
like I enjoy traveling. So I like being able to kind of take an Uber downtown and go walk around and enjoy the vibes the day before a game and stuff like that. I have a feeling I won't be walking around too much in Phoenix when we get out there because I'm sure it's going to be a little hot. But it's definitely fun being able to come back and say hi to fans like you in pregame. And when I go to
Mhm.
Northern
Awesome.
Arizona, there's always fans that hit me up. When we go to Tucson, there's a couple in Tucson that came and watched my high school football game when they're in San Diego. So it's just fun meeting all these different people and being friends via social media, kind of like what we're doing right now. So I love being on the road. And then it's also fun when we do get to go back east because you just kind of check that off the list and say, okay, got to coach a game, play a game in this city. And my hope and my goal is to basically have a game, whether I played or coach in every IFL city. So that's kind of a list goal of mine. That means I got to keep
So
my job long enough to do it. So I got to keep winning. You feel me?
you'll keep your job long enough. So is Iowa the only one you haven't played at or have you played or coached at?
I believe right now it's obviously played there, but
Fishers.
haven't been to Fishers, but we'll cross that off
Yeah.
the list. Jacksonville, I have not been to.
If you're listening, Todd Tryon, Taylor Jenniser wants to go to Jacksonville next year and Iowa.
I'm
I
down. I'm
I
down.
got you,
It's
bro.
gonna. Hey, ownership's gonna be mad at me for saying, yeah, let's go back east twice. But if we can get one of those, that'd be great. But if I can choose one, I would love more than anything to be able to go play in Iowa. So much fun. That'd be so much fun. Pro and showed me how to be a professional football player. I never got to be a Division 1 athlete. I was a Division 2 guy.
So is Taylor Jenniser the best quarterback that ever played at Iowa, or is it Kurt Warner? Kurt Warner. I just got to give you a hard time sometime in my life.
Have been in
Yeah.
2015, and my eyes were a little big for that one experience.
So, what was your experience? Have you had experience with the wall?
Yes, it is undefeated. It is every bit
Undefeated.
as undefeated as everyone told me before I started playing. which was hard for me because when I played outside, I'd like to get out the pocket, run, and then do what I need to do and step out of bounds. I don't
Mhm.
care what anybody says. Stepping out of bounds and putting the ball over the wall are two totally different things. Because you put the ball over the wall, you still got someone coming in and hitting you. I got better at sliding. My career kind of got going.
Yeah. So what do you tell your team pretty much when going into a game like say Saturday?
I mean, I pretty much tell our team like pick a better stage for us to be in than to go play the Rattlers on the road. Um, it's a lot of fans. It's if we're gonna paint a picture of what an atmosphere the IFL is, it's walking into Arizona. It's awesome. You guys have shown that you can take two different arenas and fill it. I got to play at the old one. I've got to play at the new one. The last time I was there, I'd like to erase that from my memory. But besides that, I hope to make some better memories out there that can replace that last one. But it's just it's very fun because you guys know what you're doing from the top down. The fans know what they're doing, the organization knows what they're doing, and the players play good football. And you guys don't make it easy with if we're down. You guys don't make it easy. You guys are always loud, always talking mess, which is fun because I like to.
Yeah. We'll definitely link up on Saturday, man. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it's a lot better game than the championship game.
Cutting out.
It's all right.
What? All right, you got me.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
perfect.
so I said hopefully it's a lot better game than the championship game because it wasn't a contest, but I wasn't really rubbing it in. I knew you were down, so I was like, it's not cool.
I appreciate you having some self awareness. Not all fans always do. And sometimes us competitors don't always have that awareness as well. But you are a Hall of Famer in my book when it comes to
Thanks,
fans. I'll tell you
bro.
that much.
What were they saying to you if you want to share or
Uh,
you'd rather not share?
Nothing crazy. The same thing, passionate fans that have had a few servings of alcohol. Some of those kind of comments came out, and it's never fun to hear, but it's my job to coach, and anyone that buys a ticket is allowed to be there until they're removed. That's about it.
Yeah. So when are you guys leaving for Arizona?
We'll leave on Friday. We'll leave Friday morning.
Leave on Friday.
Yep. So it's crazy. I have this mentality that you got to hydrate for a bus ride to Arizona. I know you have, like, we have air conditioning on buses, but I'm telling our guys, we need to be hydrated getting onto the bus because we will sweat in that trip all the way out there. I'll tell you that much. So we get
You
out there
do?
Friday. I promise you, it's a hot drive.
No
We've already.
AC?
I mean, it's just like the AC works in there, but you're driving through the desert. It's beaming on that bus. So those
Yeah.
bus rides get hot. They really do.
Do
So
you sleep on the bus or are you like just in competitor mode, predator mode, so you're like locked in or what's game
I
plan?
I can hardly sleep at home, let alone on a bus. So yeah, our players and some of our staff do a pretty good job of getting some rest. But me, no, I'm just up. I'm just chilling and just just getting things done. Luckily, we have Wi-Fi on the bus, which is nice. So we can stream stuff on there, and I can get some work done. So it's easy money.
Is it a big bus or is it like a short bus?
It is a very nice bus. We
Very
did a
nice
good
bus.
job with this one. We did a good job. We did a good job.
Does it say San Diego Strike Force on it and everything and have the bombs and stuff?
It doesn't. I wish, but I will tell you this right now. Our bus driver Mario is decked out in gear. So, he's not allowed to wear it
Nice.
while he's driving. He's got to wear his uniform, but when we
Mhm.
are parked, he's strike forced out. He's ready to go. He's awesome. So we've had him for 2 years.
And then are you guys spending the night after Saturday or are you going right back to San Diego?
Well, this is a very unique thing that we're gonna do. Normally we'd get on the bus and go right back, but we're actually gonna stay the night and we're gonna fly to Indianapolis from Phoenix. So we're gonna go straight out to Fishers and spend the week out there. So that's gonna be new for us, but we're gonna try and do something new, and you know, hopefully get some team bonding on the road, and these guys have a good time and do what we need to do.
Awesome. Do you guys have a play? Are you practicing at the Fishers Arena or are you practicing like at a high school there?
Uh, we did something pretty cool. So Ball State is not too far from Fishers. So Nate is a very notable alum of Ball State,
Ball State.
and
I see where you're going.
let's just say that Nate plus a few other things that had to go our way, we will be practicing at Ball State next week. Or yeah, so yes, next week. Dang, that trip's already on us. I'm getting anxiety already thinking about it. So yeah, next week we will be at Ball State practicing.
Very nice.
Yeah. And they are
So
awesome. They are so easy to work with. When I got on the phone with them for the facility request, we weren't even talking about work. We were just talking about Nate. They're so excited to see him.
they're so excited. Are they gonna? They retired his jersey, right?
I don't know if they retired his jersey, but I know he's in the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. I'm not sure if they do like the retiring of numbers or whatever, but I know he's in their Hall of Fame.
Awesome. Do you ever use my videos as like to get your team riled up or look at this clown or something?
Not really. It's just like because here's my thing. We shouldn't need we shouldn't need any kind of resources outside of our own locker room to get motivated for a football game. That's my biggest thing. Now, if I have some material or whatever, I'm not just saying a viewer. If anything, I'll just say, man, these guys think they're funny, and I'll put it in the group chat. But that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we are a team that constantly, I constantly preach. It's about the people in this locker room. Let's not buy into what's going on in other locker rooms or other places. So, of course, like we hear things, we see things, whatever, but we are confident enough in who we are to not have to buy into too much stuff, but we're all human. We see and
Yeah.
react to things as we go. I'm one of them.
Well, I'm gonna do my hype videos, and what I say on my hype videos, I don't really mean, but it's to hype the crowd.
I hear you. I hear you. You do what you need to do, man. Hey. I'll be a champ. I'll do what you got to do. If you got to call me out on some things, I'll let it go. But hey, I'm gonna give you that look. Hey, we score a touch. I'm gonna look at you. You know what I'm saying? And hey,
Oh
remind you, I'm
yeah,
right here,
me.
buddy.
All right, I'll give you that look right back.
Come on, baby. Hey, but if I put my hand up to dap you out and you don't dap me up, we're not cool anymore. I'm just gonna say it like
Nah,
that.
bro, I got you.
I'm just
Yeah,
messing with you, brother. It's always a good time.
yeah. So six oh
But
five, man. Is it Friday already?
what's that?
Is it Friday already?
No, please no. I don't even want to think about Friday. I need a couple more days. Last night was enough. We need a couple more days.
I know. We'd have you guys at a major advantage, huh? If it was Friday already.
Bay Area has to play on Friday.
I
Isn't that
know.
great? That's a tough
Yep.
turnaround.
Against Vegas, what do you see in that game?
Vegas is coming off a bye. They are playing incredible football right now. Bay Area is
82
for
points.
what's that?
They scored 82 points against Iowa.
I know, I know. It was unreal, and I'm excited to see that game. Bay Area, it's tough to play any game off that short of a turnaround. But
Hmm.
it's going to be a great football game. Bay Area, they're going to have to get home and get healthy and do what they need to do and get their week going. But it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a great game. I'm excited to watch it.
And then your game, you guys will be rested though, so it'll be a fair fight, right?
I mean,
Should be.
we're coming off of a bye, and we got out of last night fairly healthy. So I'm hoping that we'll be rested enough.
And the Raptors had a bye.
I got you. I got you. I'm just hoping, I'm hoping they're napping a little bit from the bye week, but I know Coach Guy is not going to allow that to happen. But just hope there's a little bit of a slow start from them, but I'm not expecting it by any means.
So, are you gonna say heads or
Oh, I let them
tails?
deal with it. I let our players.
You're not. I know you're not gonna give that
I mean,
secret out.
I honestly don't care. If I let Jalen Booth handle it. We started with the ball last game. I'm like, you lost, and he goes like, he hit me with the yeah, my bad. I'm like, hey man, you might have to switch it up. So I'm gonna have to ask him what he usually calls and kind of go from there.
Well, Tucson actually they won the toss and they elected to get the ball against the Rattlers in Arizona. Got down 34-9 and came back and won.
Hey, I'm just gonna tell you
Usually,
right now, Billy, don't ever count Billy out of any football game. That dude pulling out bags of tricks all the time. Billy knows how to win games, and
Mhm.
it's been fun getting to know him. Kind of, with him being in Tucson, Billy does a good job. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Awesome. Well, this is kind of like a coach's week. So yesterday was Billy back. Today was you, and then tomorrow I'm having Tom Manas on. Thursday I'm having Mike Davis, and Friday's Ron James from the
There
Wranglers.
you go. You
So
got
I got a
everyone
pretty
lined up.
pretty busy week repping you guys.
Heck yeah, man. And here's my thing. I appreciate you covering us. The fun part about us moving to Oceanside is we've been meeting all these new people that want to cover the team. So I was
Uh
talking to, one of our guys that does media yesterday. They're like, so what do you have going on tomorrow? What do the boys have going on during the week? I'm like, hey man, I'm doing a podcast with the Rattler fans tomorrow. Like, come on, man, we got to get this
nice.
thing rolling. So I let them know, like, look, our opponents are the Rattlers and your guys' opponents as a media team is the Rattlers too. Hey, I can get you guys some guests. We got to get this thing rolling. I said, hey, you got to tune into what I got going on tomorrow. So I'm going to make sure they're watching and seeing what we got going on and hopefully emulate
Definitely.
some of that stuff.
I'm gonna share this video tonight on my Facebook, so feel free to share it. And as always, you've been a great guest, man. Looking forward to linking up on Saturday, and good luck, bro.
I appreciate you. Now, can I ask you a question? And I'm calling you out on air right now. I'm going to do it. Okay.
Okay. Oh no.
Can we do this show live at the beach or at the arena or something next season? And that means you have to come out to California for a game. Can I put that on you on the air right now?
Let's do it.
Come on, man. You already know I'm going to give you
Next
tickets
season, next season,
next
yes.
season. Yeah, I won't put you on the spot for a couple weeks from now, but I promise you I will have tickets for you. Just get out here. We'll talk, but
Yes.
I'm saying it on the air because we would have a good little interview. You know what I'm saying, at the arena. I'll get everything set up or whatever we need to do, and we'll keep this thing rolling. So, and I
Hell
could be
yeah.
asking you to go to worse places. I'm just asking you to come to California, man. Come on now.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
But I
I
hope I didn't get you in any
appreciate the
trouble by
call out,
asking you.
bro.
But come on, man.
Nah, you're not. It's all good, bro. I accept. All right. Well, get some sleep, man, and can't wait to see you on Saturday.
My bad. I got a call and my phone froze.
All right, bro. Next year, I promise. All right.